We talked about Stephen A. Smith
He
yesterday.
made a comment the other day, put his foot in his mouth
about Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, and throwing shade.
Well, this one he's, I guess, better. The Phoenix Mercury announced last weekend that Brittney Griner is taking a break this season to focus on her mental health. The Mercury fully support Brittney and will continue to work together on a timeline for her return. Now, Griner is 32. She last played July 25th against an Atlanta team.
I was going to say she was playing.
On the most recent episode of the Stephen A. Smith Show, the charismatic ESPN personality made it clear that he supports Griner's mental health break. First of all, God bless you. All the best to you, Brittney. If anybody at all has a perfectly logical explanation for needing to step away from basketball to address mental health after what you endured, it's Brittney, he said. She was in prison. I don't care what reason it is. Whatever the case may be, she was a political tool that Putin and the Russian government used at a time. I agree. Mm-hmm. Griner has averaged 18.2 points and 6.7 rebounds per game. So he's saying hopefully this mental health break will give Griner the peace and clarity that she's searching for.
She's getting older, so she better be careful with that length of time she's taking.
So there's two things that I want to say about Brittney Griner. Mm-hmm. Okay. One, I agree. I'm surprised she even came back to play at all.
Right.
I would have been done with basketball.
Been the first thing she would have done is taken some mental.
I would have been like, I'm not playing basketball. That's why I was held over there in the first place. Mm-hmm. I'm good with the basketball.
I'll do something else.
I'll just be a speaker.
Yeah, spokesperson or something.
So that I didn't understand why she started playing when she came back in the first place. Okay. So I do agree with him on that. I understand why she's taking a mental break. The part about Brittney Griner I don't understand, and y'all can comment in the section below if y'all know anything about her. There's a video that resurfaced with her. This is when she has her locks. So this is probably before she went over to Russia. Mm-hmm. She was outside at the pool. It might have been her house or somebody's house, and they have a basketball rim in the swimming pool. Mm-hmm. And she was shooting from the outside of the swimming pool and shooting the basket. She didn't have a shirt on. She don't have any breasts.
Right.
So is she a transgender?
Oh, you think she's taking
something that's making her body and remember her voice manly? Was deeper?
You said she would do some of her interviews. She would be speaking lower.
If she is a transgender, she's not saying it. And why are you playing on a WNBA team if you're a transgender? See, I don't get it.
So you saying that she was?
Is she a trans male?
Was you thinking she was born male?
No, a woman, but she's taken the testosterone. She's taken her breast away. She's transitioned already into a man. But my question is, if you transitioned already to a man, why are you playing for the WNBA?
Well, who makes the decision that if you are, let's just say for sake of argument, you are transitioning over? Who makes the decision that you are 50% over or 60% over? You can't play with women anymore. How do you make that determination?
Mex says it is insanity. In the 1970s, homosexuality was changed from insanity. No exception in society. Some comment. Okay. My question is,
but I'm asking you that question.
If she's never said it, so if you don't say it,
right,
are you still considered the gender you were born with?
I think if you're not saying anything, people consider her.
But is that fair? If you've taken your chest off and you've taken testosterone to play with women,
I'm thinking, can she take that drug as an athlete? So they test you. I thought they
can somebody find out? That somebody else had asked that question. Don't they get
tested for drugs and stuff?
Somebody else had asked that question. I didn't know that. I didn't know her breasts were removed. You did? Mm-mm. I just know you were saying like you knew.
Yeah, when you look at her, when you look at how she's dressed, there's nothing there. No, she ain't got nothing.
So she was outside shooting with no shirt on, and she has no chest and it's muscle. That's why I'm like, she looks like a man. Her chest.
And you said her voice would be deep sometime when she does interviews.
So this is very interesting because usually we never talk about the trans man wanting to play with men. So my question is she not because she can't compete with the NBA guys? Is that fair?
Well, she's made her life as a female.
But is that fair? You are
fair.
Transgender.
That's if she is. That's her plan.
I'm saying,
just thinking that could be her.
I'm gonna say plan. It, and I'm gonna be clear. If you are a woman and you are transitioning to a man, and you are taking the necessary steps,
right?
You've gotten rid of your chest. You've taken testosterone. Should you be allowed to still compete with women
according to the rules? Yeah, because remember we were fussing about the swimmer.
Remember this guy that swam and he beat those women?
That's what I was getting ready to say. Nora's on another thing.
No,
that's the opposite. I said a man.
No, it doesn't matter male or female. It
does matter. Men are stronger.
No, you don't need to say anything about it. We're going into a whole different discussion. That wasn't what she's asking. Though.
No, what I'm asking is, and I'll be clear, stay on the subject.
No, I'm on the subject. I'm saying regardless of where they're coming from.
It matters because men are stronger.
No, there's nothing. Okay, Mom, please don't add to this.
All right.
There's nothing right now that we're saying legally that's not allowing either one to not play. Remember, they're trying to make a big thing about this. There's nothing rules in the books that says a transgender cannot play on the team they're transgender.
I know, but what I'm asking is,
there's nothing really there to help with your argument. So I'm asking,
is it right? It's men are strong. Okay,
we can say right or wrong, but right now they can probably do it. She can transition to a man.
People have outrage about men who are transitioning to being female and running and swimming and doing things with female.
Right. We've given our opinion on that.
Now, where is their outrage if there's a case like Brittney Griner, where there's a woman transitioning to a man and she's still in the woman's sport? I don't hear that.
I don't think it's happening. That's if she would be the first, yeah. But I don't know what can we say, Kim? There's no rule or laws that says she can't. We can all give our opinions on until the sky is blue about is that right or wrong. Okay, let's just say for sake of argument, they let her do that. She transitions all the way to a man, and she wants to play in the NBA with LeBron James.
All right.
So I don't know. That's a good question. What can we say?
Omek said Dave Chappelle warned about this. I'm sure he did. Yeah. Because the question that I'm asking, and that's why I said you guys can talk about it, is a good question. Because we say stuff people say stuff about the man transitioning to woman and then competing.
Right.
Because we feel like men are stronger than women. So if she's staying in the NBA, WNBA, because she can't compete in the NBA, that's wrong. If you transition to man, you're a man.
But that's why I was going.
Go try out for the NBA.
But still, doesn't it all go back to?
See, I don't know.
No, I'm saying for me personally, I need to know. I thought all athletes can't do certain drugs. So wouldn't they have to know if they test her, if she's doing a steroid or something?
You can do those drugs that's for your sexuality.
Isn't that part of steroids or something?
Because they consider that just like the man becoming a woman, hormones, he can still do that. That's making him become more of a woman.
So testing them for whatever drug they're taking to do the transition is not interfering with them as an athlete.
Well, I'm saying it does on the opposite side. On the man side, because I feel like men are stronger, him taking hormones is weakening him, estrogen. Him taking that is weakening him. But if she's taking testosterone, sooner or later she's going to be slam dunking on every woman in the WNBA.
If she stays with the WNBA. But why would she stay with the NWA, the women's basketball, if she's transitioning to a male?
That
does get out,
this is what I think.
Then they're going to say you can't play with the women anymore.
This is what I think. She came back from Russia. I'm just throwing this out there. I don't have any proof or nothing.
Okay.
And she played, right? Her mental health wasn't bad. All of a sudden, old tapes is coming up. You playing with shirtless, you looking like a man, you look like you take testosterone. All of a sudden, you mentally don't want to play anymore. I really think somebody pulled her by the coattail and said, Brittney, you need to get ahead of this. Because if you out there playing and these people talking about this tape and you look like a full man playing basketball,
you thinking that's part of the break?
You shouldn't be in the WNBA.
That's partly of why she's breaking.
I don't know. That's my assumption.
Because the break could also be she's trying to figure it out.
She's trying to figure it out. Should she? Because she did come out in favor of transgenders.
Yeah, she did.
Playing.
She said that.
Which means, in my opinion, she needs to be trying out for the NBA, not playing with women. That's my opinion.
That's a good one, because if she's taking a break to figure it out or to get her head together, if that is her goal, because of pictures you guys have that's been surfacing, showing physically that she's trying to transition to that,
then she should be playing in the NBA.
In all fairness.
And does she think she's good enough to play in the NBA?
I don't think so.
See?
She's going against people like LeBron and Steph Curry.
But that's not right. If you want to be a man, be a man.
But as a team, remember, we said teams are different than individual athletes. You said, what's his name from Jamaica that runs, I don't know how fast,
Bolt.
With a wig on.
It's still Usain Bolt.
Transitioning to a woman. He will beat every woman in the world.
So I don't know. That's a good one. Wendy says Idris Elba. I don't know why you say Idris Elba, but Idris Elba. Emerald says, I think she is trans. I've noticed that she never had breasts, and there was bass in her voice. Yes. I said that.
I said she never had breasts.
I said the bass was getting deeper.
You did say that. Yeah.
Wendy said she recently said she was going to fight for transgenders. Maybe that's why. Wendy says she was going to fight for transgenders in sports. She's considered a cisgender, which means no breasts only. Just look it up. And Emerald says not steroids, it's hormone therapy. Yes, you're right.
Okay.
Wendy says she continues to be a woman. So I don't know.
See, and
do you know, Wendy?
And
you don't know.
And who was
is she taking anything? Hormone therapy? Is she taking anything that's making her more masculine?
That's the question, Emerald, that I always ask on both sides. Whatever they're taking to transition, doesn't that affect them as far as being an athlete and being tested?
Now, if she comes out publicly and says, okay, what you said, Wendy, I'm cisgender or whatever, I've taken my breasts off, but I don't go through any hormone therapy. Physically, I am all woman as far as the inside, the hormones, everything. I don't take testosterone or anything.
Okay. That's
why I'm in the WNBA.
Okay.
If she came out and said that, I think people would be like, okay.
That's fine.
But by not saying anything,
we're all speculating.
And your voice is getting deeper. You cutting your hair. You looking more like a man.
And you made a comment that you support
transgenders in sports. That's making everybody kind of go. So what I think she got ahead of it. And that's why she's sitting out. That's my own personal opinion. It means absolutely nothing.
But you know what?
Because she played when she first came from Russia. So to me, that says mentally you was okay.
But you know what? We have to be careful. Athletes have to even be careful in the whatever field they're in, especially the team sports. Just because you're transgender, or the women to male, that's probably the tougher one. Women transitioning to a male, you got a harder chance of going in that sport,
right?
With all those men out there, you know how hard it is to get in the NBA and the NFL.
You never hear about a trans man going and racing in the Olympics.
Now we're hearing
against Usain Bolt,
and we're hearing issues on the other side.
Thank you.
Men transitioning to women,
running against
a woman, and swimming.
You don't hear about it.
You're gonna beat every woman now. It's like, what?
If let's hope. In a way, I almost want her to be. I want her to be
Why?
because I want her to be the spokesperson.
Oh.
I almost want her to be transitioning, taking these hormone therapy and apply or try out for the NBA and make it.
Oh, okay.
I almost want her to.
She'll be the first one.
She'd be the first one, and then people will be like, okay, she shut that door that we can't play with them. I would love that to happen.
And she is just
I would love that to happen.
Yeah.
But what I don't want is you doing all of this and you still playing for the WNBA.
But even with that, we got to be careful. Let's just say, for sake of argument, that happens. On the other side, you got Hussein, men who run as fast as he is, saying if Brittney can do it in the sport that she's in, I can do it in the women's track and field.
Okay.
And women in track and field go, really? It's just something to think about.
Oh, Meg says, I told you before, is a man. Same problem in high school. Yeah. Wendy says Idris. Oh, we was talking about naked. Idris Elba naked. About you can look at him naked.
Yeah.
And she says, no, I don't know. I'm just talking about what I read. I have no idea about the Brittney thing. And of course, here goes Emerald. If Wendy's going to talk about Idris, I can talk about Michael B. Jordan.
Thank you. Kim talking about you don't want what Elaine from this Seinfeld said about seeing a man.
They look mechanical.
No, they don't. No, those two men. No.
How many men look like Idris Elba?
I don't care. If
Michael
they
B.
look
Jordan?
like Michael
Most
B.
of
Jordan,
them have dad bods.
I want to see you.
Most of them look like dad bods. Nobody wants to
I know.
see
We're
that.
not talking about them.
With his socks on. Nobody wants that.
And the beer bellies. Okay.
Nobody wants that.
Okay.
The light is off mostly for him.
You know
than
what?
it is for the woman.
That's wrong.
Nobody wants that.
Okay.
Who wants to see that?
That's just wrong, Kim.
Now, if you got Idris Elba and Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
But how many guys look like that?
Well, the women ain't all that hot either.
And for us, no, but men see different.
Yeah.
We judge ourselves.
Yeah.
We look at cellulite and all that. Men be like, look, I'm ready to go.
I'm laughing at that Sinbad joke when the wife was mad at him on the beach.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at the other women. Oh, baby, no.
I like the way your butt dragging
all in the sand.
Women, I looked at a video the other day. A lady, her husband was at a party singing happy birthday to somebody. She had on a tight dress and her stomach was bigger than mine.
Wow.
And you can see her navel. If your dress is that tight, I can see the navel.
See a pimple on your arm.
And he's singing happy birthday, hugging her. They don't care.
They don't care. Yeah.
But yet they'll look at Beyonce walk by.
Yeah, they would. They would still look at a nice body walking by. Why not?
But yet they still, you get excited looking at you with your big
baby,
stomach.
Your baby. Hey.
They don't care.
Okay.
We care more than they care.
Slab and all.
Yeah. But we look, don't nobody want to see that.
Okay.
Hurry up. Do what
you know what? Turn the light on.
Right.
Okay.
Hurry up and get on top and get behind or something.
Stop.
You don't need to walk around
Just
like
turn
that.
the light off.
No. Put a towel on or something.
Okay.
All right, let me move quick. Subway, because we beyond our hour.
Oh, okay.
Quickly, I'll mention you could win free sandwiches for life if you change